Okay, nice and short today for the intro. Reason being, the time is 20 to 1 in the morning, and I've not even got into the gym yet. I finished very late from work. So quickly packed my stuff, got myself here. Pre-workout already taken, and oh, you guys look like you're about to fall. And had a near death experience, so nothing new for driving in London. Essentially, an Uber driver thought a dual carriageway wasn't a dual carriageway, and obviously he saw on the right lane that no cars were coming, so he thought he could just pull over without indicating or anything. So he quite literally just stopped. I promise to God, about 10 meters right in front of me. If I wasn't looking at the road, let's say like I went to, I don't know, put my heating on or something, I would have crashed straight into him. So yeah, I guess this is the benefits of buying those blinding high beams that I've got. I've made sure to flash them for the rest of the road. So got my revenge back on him. Hopefully that taught him a lesson to not just stop in the middle of the road. But anyway, I'm going to use that as my little motivation, I guess, for the back day that we are doing today. Jesus Christ, that is blinding. It is pouring down. But regardless, we're going to get a good lift in. Luckily, it is a back day, so it shouldn't take too long. Honestly, I'm going to try and fly through this relatively quickly. Still pushing myself hard as I can, but yeah, with a back day, you can... how many times are you going to turn those lights on and off? Off again. But yeah, with a back day, I can probably get it done within 45 minutes for sure. So, whatever I choose to do first, I will see you in the gym for that. Okay, before anything, yes, I gave in to the Gymshark Black Friday sale. It was too tempting. I had a quick look. Can't lie though, this t-shirt costs £7.50 or something. So yeah, and plus I wanted joggers for ages. These were meant to be grey. They look a lot more purple in person. Maybe I'm just a bit colourblind, I don't know. But anyways, what are we starting with? Starting off with pull-ups. So I've started my last, I don't know how many back days, probably for the last couple of months to be honest. And I'm always a fan of any calisthenics movements. I'm going to keep these talks nice and short before sets because, like I said, I want to get through this quickly. So 2 sets to kick things off. Let's get to set 1. That'll do for the first set. I can't lie. How many reps was that? 13? That is the most amount of pull-ups that I've done probably since before I seriously started bulking, which is a good thing. It means the back days are definitely working. The strength is getting there. The grip strength is getting there. I feel like that's one of the key things. But anyway, one more set like that, then we'll move on to probably some lat pull-downs or maybe some rows. I'll see one of the two. Okay, time for some lat pull-downs. One really quick thing I'll say, if you just started off in a gym and you're learning how to do lat pull-downs and you don't feel anything in your lats and you're just feeling your shoulders, your elbows, forearms, all that type of stuff, one thing that I wish someone told me in the beginning was change up the handle, right? I'll be so honest, the wide, typical lat pull-down grip, I rarely use it nowadays. Any sort of narrow handle like this one, or if I get another one real quick, or one of these ones, any narrow grip, I've always just felt it so much more in the lats. And even if just in the beginning you want to do that just to feel it in your lats and then move on to a wider bar, then honestly this is what I'd recommend. Just switch up the variation. With this one I feel like you can definitely feel it in your lats so much more. But anyway, what we're going to go for is 3 sets, heavy as possible, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get into set number 1. And also rest pause sets. That is the key. And I've got my wrist straps. Hold on. For this set, I won't put them on because I cannot be bothered to waste any more time. But for the next two, I'll have them on. So finally got my wrist straps for back days, which is good. But anyway, let's get into set number one. Couple half reps there at the end. I'm always a fan of half reps. You can get any in, then most definitely would recommend it. But yeah, I'm gonna go 2 more sets like that. Then we'll probably move on to some rows. Typically, you'd see me do rows on the cable machine, but I thought let's switch it up. Let's go chest supported variation today instead. So that's exactly what we're gonna go for. I think 2 or 3 sets. If it's going to be 2, then I'll probably do a drop set. If not, then it'll just be 3 straight up sets. So let's get into set number 1. No point talking about it. Let's just get it done. Right, it's been a while since I've done these, I can't lie. That weight was a bit too light, so I think we'll do 2 more sets and yeah, we'll increase the weight a little bit. But yeah, good start. After this, probably move on to some traps. And yeah, what do we have? Traps and then some pullovers, and that will be it for back. Traps, how we are working them is kettlebell shrugs. And we're doing these seated because I feel like you can just get a little bit more stability. You don't have to worry about balance if you're standing up. So, sorry, if you're seated down, you do have to worry about balance if you are standing up. So, yeah, plan's going to be 3 sets, all rest pause sets, as many reps as possible. This is much more volume based, so as many reps as possible, and that's all there is to it. So let's get to set number 1. This is probably the silliest looking exercise, but I mean who cares? But yeah, it's definitely effective. Shrugs are the way to go for traps. And yeah, I don't know if you also noticed there, so for my usual reps, I like to squeeze and hold the kettlebells at the top of the movement for a little bit. But when I know that those are becoming more difficult, I'll just crank out as many reps as possible. Regardless, it's still effective. So 2 more sets just like that, and then we'll move on to some pullovers and we can call it a day. Right, as I say that we're about to finish off with just 2 sets of pullovers, the one thing that I forgot about is low back. I talked about it in the last video, and if you are interested, I done a low back exercise last week, and I actually really do want to do it, but there's currently someone on the machine, and there's only one of them in the gym. So I think depending on, I could ask to work in with them, to be fair, but yeah, depending on if it is free, then I might get some sets in, but it is 1:30 already, so I think unfortunately today no low back. I might throw in tomorrow's workout, just get it done at the beginning potentially, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, we're going to finish off 2 sets, lat pullovers, completely finish off the back, and then we can get out of here. Okay, as you hear this absolutely awful music once again in the gym, they don't fail to disappoint, let's say that. Yeah, gotta practice what you preach, I guess. I talked about these in last back day video, saying you shouldn't neglect your low back. So despite it being 1:42 in the morning, we're gonna go for 2 more sets, and then we'll be done for sure. So 2 sets of whatever these are called. We'll just call them low back extensions or something like that. If anyone knows the official name, let me know down in the comments. But yeah, I'm going to go for 2 sets, as many reps as possible of whatever these are, and then we can call it a day. One more set like that, we'll get a pump check and we can get out of here. Very nice Christmas tree. So yeah, my gym, it's inside the same building as some sort of rooftop bar. But anyway, oh look, seems like there's a present for me. Perfect, just what is needed. Okay, there seems to be some sort of glitch with my phone stand, because every time I try to use it just regularly, am I really gonna go all the way? Well, I've already committed. Yeah, every time I try and use it, just like on an everyday basis, it takes 10 million years to actually start holding my phone and working properly. Yet, whenever I use it after a gym sesh, it's almost like a reward. It just works, which is I don't know, make of that what you will. But I had a real quick chat with someone who's in the changing room, because I was sort of in the way when I was doing that pump check. I'll probably cut it out, but I ended up talking to him, and yeah, he said that this is early for him. So I don't want to know what time he's getting into the gym usually. I was like, it's almost 2 a.m. He's like, yeah. I don't know, maybe he just works early or works late or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, fair play to him for getting his workout in also at the same time. But yeah, very successful back day. Once again, despite it being so late. And the time is, 1:54. So, how long was that session? Probably just around an hour, because I forgot about the low back stuff initially, even though that didn't really add on too much time, because between sets you don't really need to rest for too long. But yeah, I think, you know what, because I was thinking about it when I said practice what you preach, and I suppose that could be a little topic that we can chat about. I've not done a proper car talk like this for a very long time, so I thought, let's talk about what that means and in what context could it apply to you. The most obvious one that I can think of in terms of a lifting context is, if you tell yourself that you're gonna, put in the work and you're gonna start aiming towards whatever your goal is in the gym, then make sure you don't just say it, but you actually do it as well. Yeah, like I was saying just there, I was just saying last week, you should definitely get your low back working, because I only just started doing it, but I know the benefits that are associated with it. And so how what's the right word? Let's just say, how bad would that be for me to say that one week and then just not do it the next? So that's just one of those things where if you do make a promise to yourself, make sure you pull through and you keep going with that promise. Because at the end of the day, if you make a promise to yourself, the only person that can break that promise is you. And yeah, do you really want to break your promise of whatever your lifting goal may be? No, that's for you to decide. If you say, right, 2025, my aim is I want to lose 20 kilos, then do it. Don't just say you're going to do it, actually act on it. Obviously, it's not going to be easy by any means, but put the work in, man. It's worth it. That's what I always say. I've said this a few times. You'll never regret going to the gym. Never. Maybe tomorrow morning when I'm feeling a little bit more tired and have to wake up, I'll be saying, oh, why did I come this late? But right now, I'm definitely not regretting making that choice. I could have easily gone home, gone to bed, called it a day there, but I knew that after I'd be finished with the workout, aka right now, I'd be feeling so much better than if I was to just go home and go to sleep. So yeah, got a very, very good back day in. My plan now is going to be go home, get some calories, get some protein in, like always. Speaking of protein, I got a meal deal earlier. I tried that new turkey trimmings with stuffing and cranberry sauce. Out of 10, I'd give it a 7. There needs to be more cranberry sauce though, because it was a little bit dry. Maybe it was just the one that I picked out, but Kevin, he also had one the other day and he said the same thing. So Tesco, look, if you've increased your prices from what did it used to be? Initially the meal deals are £3, then they went to £3.40, and now they're £3.60. Look, at least put a little bit more cranberry sauce in there for us, I don't want a dry sandwich. I want something nice and juicy. But yeah, I got one of these. Pretty much, I've found a way how you can get about 60 to 70 grams of protein and I think around like 600-700 calories for a meal deal, which I think is pretty good, especially like if you're on the go, you just need to get something in. I actually think that is pretty good for the money you're paying as well. As much as I've just said, like $3.60, that is still not a lot by any means. So yeah, I decided let me save this for after gym, because if I can get my protein in quicker than waiting to go home and then eating, then look, realistically, it probably doesn't make a difference. But in case it does, that 20 minutes, because I'm still need to shower before I eat and then cook, maybe even half an hour, maybe it does make a slight difference. So I was like, let me just save it. But anyways, you can probably tell, because most of you have probably clicked off by now, but if you have somehow stayed and still listened to this, you can probably tell that it's late, because I am just waffling out of my mind. But yeah, that's what I always tend to do, especially when I am tired. And so in that case, I don't think there's anything else that of any sense for me to say, apart from we've got an arm day tomorrow, which I'm of course already looking forward to. What day is it tomorrow? Wednesday night arm day. It might also be a bit of a later one, depends what time I finish off work. If I can finish a little bit earlier, which I probably should be tomorrow, then that would be a good thing. But if not, regardless, whatever the conditions are, we'll get a good arm day in anyway. So yeah, if you did enjoy the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're trying to reach 400 subs by the end of the year. That would be really cool if we could get that. But yeah, that's all I've got to say. And in that case, I'll see you for an arm day tomorrow.